What's going on, guys? I got 4 more shows I'm going to talk about, so let's get right into it. And they're all Series 1 USA shards, so you know it's going to be a good video. First up, we have a Caster USA shard for $127. Now, in my opinion, this wasn't a terrible buy. The card was very clean in the listing. I think Caster actually has some chance for some storyline because he has 4 edit styles in game. The base one you see on the card. He has a fire, ice, and cube style, especially that cube style. I don't know, any skin, in my opinion, that was... He was released in Season 6 when the cube first came on the island. And in my opinion, any skin that has a cube edit style, which is called dark in game, will have a chance for some storyline because we know how important the cube is, and if you were infected by the cube, there's probably some chance to get some storyline. That's just my opinion. And like I said, the card was clean. I was bidding on this card. I think my max bid was like 110 or 111. I think this is a pretty decent buy. I think 127 is fair for a clean-looking caster. Next, we have a Far Out Man USA shard for $172. Now, in my opinion, not so much of a good buy. He has nothing going for him, no in-game relevance. He's never in the item shop, which means he does not sell well to people, so he has no in-game usage. And 100, I know it's clean, and you're probably chasing that PSA 10, and I think he's low pop. But when people always talk about their low pop, maybe it's low pop because no one grades it because it's not worth your time grading that particular card. Now, in my opinion, I think all Series 1 USA shards are worth grading. But it's like, do you see like a Series 3 hollow, and it's like PSA 10, oh, it's pop 1, okay. Because no one's grading it. It's like a $20 card in a PSA 10 or $30 card in the current state of the market. I think that's one problem with saying pop 1 with stuff, but I got off topic. Let's get back to the Far Out Man. I think that this is too much, like I said, because he is low pop, and he's a Series 1 USA shard, so will always carry demand. And a PSA 10, well, probably 1,500, 1,000, 1,200, somewhere in that range. So if you take it was a clean card, so you're taking a gamble here. You know, whatever you pay to grade it, $20 to $50. I think it's a good risk to take, but I just don't think that it was worth $172. I think it should have sold for more like $120. I think it should have sold for around the same price as Caster. But that's just my opinion. Next sale, we have a Moonwalker USA shard for $182. Another one I don't think is very good. But I think the same thing with Far Out Man. You're chasing that PSA 10 with this one. It did look clean in the pictures. And I don't think Moonwalker has any relevance in game. She's never worn in game. She's never back in the item shop, which means she doesn't sell well. So that means she has no in-game relevance. And like I was saying, that like the collectors, a lot of the collectors coming in are obviously going to come from playing the game. If a skin's not used like barely at all, it won't get as much demand. I think all these shards will have demand in the future, but just some way more than others. And Moonwalker is not one that I think will have a whole lot of demand. Unlike the male counterpart, Mission Specialist, who's in the Season 3 Battle Pass. That, on the other hand, I think that is a really good card. But I think $182 is too high for Moonwalker. I'd expect this to go, I would say like $140 for this one, because it is more in-game, like more recognized in-game than Far Out Man and Caster. But I think Caster is a better card than Moonwalker, but Moonwalker is a better card than Far Out Man. But that's just my opinion. For the next set, we have a Drift shard. We do not know I don't know the actual price of this, but it was our best offer, $1,500. So I'm going to talk about how much I think. So the card was clean. I'm going to talk about how much I think would be a good buy, like the ranges. Anywhere from $700 to $900 for this card, in my opinion, is a good buy because it's clean. $700 to $900. If you're getting 7, 8, that's a great buy. 8 to 9, that's still a really good buy. 9 to 1,000, I say it's just a decent buy. And like, if you're paying more than $1,100 for a raw Drift, in my opinion, I don't think you're doing too well there, because we know he has storyline, he has the in-game relevance. But in my opinion, Drift is slightly overrated. I just don't think too many people are going to come in and collect Drift. That's just my personal opinion. I know everyone's going to disagree with me on this one. But I think skins like Omega are better, because when you think about OG Fortnite, when you think about classic Fortnite seasons 1, 2, 3, and 4, you don't think about 5 in that category. You don't think about Drift. You think about, Omega, or like Dark Voyager, or Mission Specialist, or Rust Lord, or Carbide. You think of those skins. You don't think of Drift. That's just my opinion. I think anywhere from $700 to $900 is a pretty good buy. Anything from $1,000 to $1,100 is still a decent buy. anything over 1100 is a bad buy for. I wouldn't say bad, but not as good as you could probably get it for. So that's just my opinion. And that's 4 sales I'm talking about today. I'll see you guys next time.